Okay, so number 14 is talking about styrene, and we want to figure out its empirical formula. This one only consists of a carbon and a hydrogen. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the subtraction step that you're going to see again in number 16. So for this one, what we're looking at as our pretend formulas, we got CXHY combusts in some oxygen to make carbon dioxide and some water. Okay, so for this, we're going to look at the information that they're giving us about the products in order to figure out our reactants. So the products are 1.481 grams of carbon dioxide and 0.303 grams of water. Okay, and so what we're doing is we are assuming that all this carbon became carbon dioxide, all of that hydrogen became water, and that's the basis of this whole thing. So we're going to start with our carbon dioxide information. We're going to start with the 1.481 grams. And bring my words down to the right. Okay, and we're going to be switching into moles. So this is where we're going to talk about 1 mole of carbon dioxide is 44.01 grams. That's its molar mass. Okay, then I'm going to bring the moles of carbon dioxide down to the right. And this step is where we are going to figure out moles of carbon involved. So what you're looking at is with this formula, the CO2, how many carbons are there? There's only 1. So this is a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, once you have that, now I'm going to bring moles of carbon down to the right, and I can go to grams of carbon.
So it's going to be 1 mole and then it's going to be 12.011?
So we're going to have 1 mole of carbon, 12.011 grams as its molar mass. So when you type this in, we get 0.404 grams of carbon. All right, so for the next step, we're going to take our stuff about water. So I know that I had 0.303 grams of water, and we're going to figure out grams of hydrogen. So we're going to bring words down to the right. I know that for 1 mole of water, it is 18.02 grams. That's its molar mass. Okay. So that's adding up 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. All right, and then I'm going to bring words down to the right. Moles of water. We want to figure out how many hydrogens are in there. So looking at, again, the chemical formula, we're just figuring out how many H's are there. There's 2, so it's going to be 1 mole of this, 2 moles of hydrogen. Okay, we're going to take it our one last step to figure out the molar mass. So we have 1 mole of hydrogen is always 1.008 grams. And so when we type all of that into my calculator, I'm going to get, move that out of the way, 0.0339 grams of hydrogen. Okay, and just a little friendly reminder, remember, you're multiplying across, so everybody on the top, you just multiply them all together, and then you push divide for each of the ones on the bottom. Okay? All right, so now that I have my grams of carbon, grams of hydrogen, on number 16, we're going to see that we're going to use that information to figure out the oxygen. However, we don't need that for this one, so we're just going to go right into empirical formula. So remember, for your empirical formula, your first step is grams to moles, so convert everybody into moles. Then we're going to divide by the smallest, and that should equal your subscripts. So for this one, okay, we're going to take our 0.404 grams of carbon and divide it by its molar mass, 12.011, to get 0.0336. I'm going to take my hydrogen information, so I have 0.0339 divide it by 1.008 in order to get 0.0336 moles. So this would be the step. Now we divide by the smallest, but we know that they're both the same, so we're dividing it by itself. Which tells me that both of these are going to have subscripts of 1. So my final answer here is CH. Okay? So that's for number 14.